Today we're going to be reading a story about a little sunflower. Looking at the cover, what do you think this story will be about today? Have any of you ever planted a seed before? Have you ever watched one grow if you had? So this story is published by the Autumn Publishing. Discover an amazing story from the natural world. One gorgeous spring morning, all bright and warm with sun, the gardener came to see us and our venture had begun. "I've dug a nice fresh bed," she said, "all soft and clear of weeds. Spring's the perfect time to plant you all, my lovely little seeds." She tipped me gently from the trowel into the cozy ground. The soil was soft and warm, and the worms wiggling all around. This is a trowel. It is like a little shovel. She tucked me gently into bed. "There now, off you go." It wasn't long before my little shoots began to grow. So can you guess what a shoot is on here? It is this little green part that comes out of the ground. I stretched my shoot and pop! I burst out of the ground. How wonderful it was to see the garden all around. Day by day, I grew and grew. My big green leaves unfurled. See right here, the green leaves? And unfurled means they're coming out. So they're curled up and then they come out. It was nearly time to show my petals to the world. Look! At last, I was all ready. I spread my petals wide. I was gorgeous sunflower, a face shining with pride. Isn't that a beautiful sunflower? Have any of you seen one? Have you stood next to one? I heard a gentle buzzing, and the bees came bubbling by. "Hello, flower," he said to me. "Flowers all need pollen so they can grow their seeds. We're sharing it all around. Every flower has what it needs." All summer long, I chatted with the bees and butterflies. As the weeks went by, I felt different inside. My petals started to wilt, and all around my head, I felt my tiny florets turn into the seeds instead. So see around his head? This is the florets. This is what's going to change. I started feeling sleepy. I closed my eyes and then, do you guys see the little dots on it? Those are what's changing. When I opened them, I found I was a seed again. See the seed? That's in there. And then it's falling from the plant and then on the ground. So if you look at your fingernail, that is an average size, like the normal size of a sunflower seed is the size of your nail. "Look at that," the gardener said. "These seeds are just the thing. Let's collect them so that we can grow more flowers next spring." They tucked us all in a packet, all dry and safe and warm. "See you next year," my friend said with a yawn. So but just imagine, "See you next year," with the yawn, because they're gonna go to sleep. They planted me again in the spring, and day by day and hour by hour, I grew until I was a beautiful, what do you think it's gonna be? A beautiful sunflower. So, what happened at the first of the story? Yeah, and what happened at the middle? What happened like after it got water and it came out of the ground? What happened then? Let's learn about the cycle really fast. Sunflowers start as little seeds, which are planted in the ground in the spring. The seeds sprout roots, which go down, and a shoot, which goes up. The shoot pushes up through the soil and starts to grow the stem of the sunflower. During the summer, the head of the sunflower appears with petals all around the edges. And 100 of little mini flowers, florets, which is in the middle. When insects carry pollen to the florets, they grow into seeds. So that's when the bee comes to it to visit. That feeds it to help get those seeds going. At the end of the summer, the seeds in my head of the sunflower drop onto the ground, and they can be picked up and planted again next spring. So what do you think the sunflower, why do you think it makes new seeds at the end of its life cycle?